This training is part of the support application for Food Pantries program, or SAFPAS. In this video, you will learn how to choose safe food options for neighbors with food allergies and restrictions. Our goal is to make sure everyone gets food that fits their diet and helps them stay healthy. The logos used in this video are for educational purposes only and do not imply endorsement by or affiliation with any certifying organization. Sarah, a volunteer who has worked at the pantry for a long time, is busy packing boxes for neighbors to pick up. She gets an order for gluten-free bread for someone with celiac disease. People with celiac disease cannot have gluten. Sarah knows the pantry usually has some gluten-free bread in stock, so she searches the shelves but finds all the loaves are gone. Sarah thinks a little gluten won't hurt and packs a regular loaf of bread instead, not knowing how serious this could be for the neighbor's health. While Sarah continues to pack boxes, she gets another order for nut-free snacks for a child with a severe peanut allergy. She looks through the snack section and she finds a snack. The label says may contain peanuts, but Sarah assumes that is just a warning and that the snack is safe. She puts the snack in the nut-free box. Let's review Sarah's actions. Sarah made two critical mistakes that are very dangerous for the neighbors she was trying to help. First, packing regular bread for someone with celiac disease was not okay. Even lesser amounts of gluten can cause serious health problems for people with celiac disease. Regular bread should never be substituted for gluten-free bread. If Sarah had found that the pantry was out of gluten-free bread, she should have told the neighbor and not used regular bread. It is better to explain that a special diet need cannot be met than to give an unsafe alternative. Sarah's next mistake was putting snack labeled may contain peanuts in the box for the child. Even small amounts of peanuts can cause a severe reaction in someone with a peanut allergy. Sarah should have carefully read the label and understood that the may contain peanuts warning was a problem. Instead of putting the bars in the nut-free section, she should have set them aside and marked them as not safe for people with peanut allergies. Alex, a trained volunteer, is meeting with Hannah, an eager new volunteer.
Thanks for being here, Hannah. We will discuss the 9 most common food allergens and how to handle them in the pantry. Ready to get started?
Absolutely. I want to do everything possible to keep our neighbors safe.
Great attitude. Let us start with dairy. It is one of the most common allergens, and it is found in all sorts of dairy products, milk, cheese, butter, and yogurt, but also in many processed foods.
That makes sense. So, what should we look out for when choosing alternatives?
Non-dairy options like oats, rice, or coconut milk are excellent substitutes. Always check for cross-contamination warnings, especially if they contain tree nuts. Also, many food items will be labeled dairy-free.
Got it. If someone does not have a tree nut allergy, I could also recommend almond milk, right?
Exactly. Now, let us talk about eggs. Eggs are another common allergen and can hide in things like mayonnaise, salad dressings, and baked goods.
Is it essential to check the labels closely for anything egg-based?
Absolutely. Even trace amounts can trigger a reaction. Now, moving on to peanuts. These are serious. Even a tiny number of peanuts can cause a life-threatening reaction.
Peanuts are in snacks, spreads, and candies, right?
Correct. Look for items labeled peanut-free or made in a peanut-free facility. A great alternative is sunflower seed butter. Seed or grain-based snacks also work well.
I will remember that. What about tree nuts?
Good question. Tree nuts include almonds, walnuts, and cashews, and they are found in snacks, baked goods, sauces, and even oils. Seed-based snacks like sunflower seed butter are usually the safest choice here.
That is super helpful. What about sesame?
Sesame is found in seeds, oils, and baked goods. Always check for sesame-free bread, crackers, and snacks. These options are often marked clearly, which makes it easier.
Makes sense. I will keep an eye out for those. What about soy?
Soy is sneaky. It is in tofu, soy sauce, oils, and many processed foods. For people with soy allergies, alternatives like olive oil or canola oil are great options.
Got it. Next up, wheat, right?
Right. Wheat is in bread, pasta, and most baked goods. People with wheat allergies, celiac disease, or IBS need to avoid it entirely. Gluten-free bread, pasta, cereals, and flour blends are safe options when they are available.
Gluten-free options, check. What about seafood?
Seafood allergies come in 2 types, shellfish and fish. Shellfish include shrimp, crab, and lobster, while fish allergies often involve tuna or salmon.
So, what are the best alternatives for protein?
For shellfish, you can offer chicken, beef, pork, beans, or tofu if soy is not an issue. For fish, eggs, legumes, or other plant-based proteins work well. Also, some dressing and sauces like Caesar dressing and Worcestershire sauce might have anchovies. We must check labels for ingredients that might have added seafood when necessary.
Thanks, Alex. I feel much more confident about choosing the right foods for people with allergies.
That's what this training is all about. Remember, when in doubt, double check labels or ask for help. And if you are still not sure when in doubt, don't give it out. Top allergens must be listed on nutrition labels, so that is a good place to look first and then check the rest of the label. Extra care goes a long way in keeping our pantry neighbors safe.
Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of the top 9 food allergens to keep in mind when packing food at the pantry. Dairy found in milk, cheese, butter, and many processed foods. Look for dairy-free alternatives like oat, rice, or coconut milk. Eggs, often hidden in baked goods, mayonnaise, and dressings. Always check labels carefully. Peanuts, even tiny amounts can cause severe reactions. Look for peanut-free labels and safe alternatives like sunflower seed butter. Tree nuts includes almonds, walnuts, and cashews. Avoid cross-contamination and choose seed-based snacks instead. Sesame, found in seeds, oils, and baked goods. Look for clearly labeled sesame-free products. Soy hides in tofu, soy sauce, and many processed foods. Olive or canola oil can be safer alternatives. Wheat found in bread, pasta, and baked goods. Gluten-free options are the safest choice. Fish includes tuna, salmon, and more. Check sauces and dressings for hidden fish ingredients. Shellfish, shrimp, crab, and lobster can be dangerous. Offer alternative protein sources like chicken, beef, or beans. By keeping these allergies in mind and reading labels carefully, you help ensure that every neighbor receives safe, nutritious food. Thank you for your dedication to making our pantry a safer place for all. Here's a quick reference to the 9 most common food allergies. Keep this list in mind when packing food to help keep our neighbors safe. Knowing about common allergens, finding suitable alternatives, and being aware of cross-contamination help build trust and confidence among our neighbors who rely on the pantry. Remember, it is always better to set an item aside and ask for help than to risk someone's safety. Thank you for caring and helping ensure everyone receives food that fits their needs and supports their health. It is time to take the quiz to review what you learned in this module. Good luck, and thank you for all your hard work improving our community. This work was made possible by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, Lung and Blood Institute, 1R34HL 61566, and the Bloomberg American Health Initiative.